How's it going, guys? I am back to bring you guys another PO match. And today we're going to be looking at the concept of Hail Stall. Now, Hail has been constantly overlooked in OU. I mean constantly. But, you know, that's kind of the point of Hail. It gives you a chance to try out something new. So, with that in mind, I'm going to be using a Hail Stall team I made a while ago. It wasn't that long ago, but whatever. And my opponent's going to be using a sand team of sorts. And there's not really many major threats on the opponent's team because with stall, you have to have at least 2 answers to common threats. If you only got 1, then, you know, the opponent can just start breaking down your team, and that's not very good. So, the thing that could be annoying, though, is a Powdon because it ruins my hail fun, and he's bringing sand in here, so we gotta move from Alaska to the sandbox, and that's not very cool. And here's the play button. Also, Shaman could be kind of annoying, and, well, you know, that's not cool, but as long as I got my Blissey alive, special attacks won't bother me too much, and as long as I got my other physical walls, physical type shouldn't do much. So I'm going to lead with my Abomasnow as ManureOnUrFace. That's a nice name. He's going to lead off with his Terrakion. And I just go for the Protect to see what he's going to go for. Fortunately, it's not a Sub-Terrakion. That could have been problematic. So I'm going to switch out into my Skarmory. That wasn't really a prediction, predicting me to go, predicting him to go into his Scizor. I can't talk today. I just wanted to send in my Skarmory because I knew he could take close combats pretty well, and I could roost off damage, set up spikes. So I'm going to get my second layer of spikes off here as he's going to go for the Stealth Rock. And here I'm going to switch out into my Donphan because I want to Rapid Spin away his Stealth Rocks and or get up a layer of... Wow! My own Stealth Rocks, gosh. So he's going to send in his Powdon as I'm going to go for the Roar just to rack up a bit of hazards damage. And the thing that I didn't want to come in just comes in, and it's a Shaman. So now I'm going to switch out into my Latias because, you know, just in case he went for the Leech Seed, I didn't want my Blissey taking too much. You know, it's pretty much going to be giving it HP. And he's going to go for the Leech Seed here. Oh, also, he did go for Sunny Day, which is interesting, but I don't know. You know, you got Hippowdon and Sunny Day. Perhaps it allows him to combat Rain? I don't know. So I'm going to send in my Blissey as he predicts that and goes into his Scizor. So this guy's kind of predicting me right now, but it's okay. So I'm going to switch out as he goes for the Pursuit, and that was a weak Pursuit. Oh, come on, that's a Blissey. That did like 25%. So now I'm going to send in my Skarmory to this Scizor because I want to get up my final layer of spikes. But I'm just going to go for the Whirlwind actually because just in case, you know, he decided to Swords Dance or, you know, do anything. So here I'm going to go for the Brave Bird to break the Dragonite's multi-scale, but he's actually going to switch out into Alakazam, and he's going to take a buttload of damage. That's not very good. So here I'm going to switch out into my Blissey as he's going to go for the Focus Blast. Unfortunately misses, but that's just Focus Miss for you. I probably would have been able to take 2 though because, you know, Blissey, special monster. So I'm going to go for the Soft Void Healer. Oh my gosh. Hello? I didn't get much sleep last night, but that's just me. So now I'm going to switch into my Donphan, predicting him to go for the Stone Edge, predicting me to go into my Jellicent. So now I'm getting my prediction pants on. So he's going to switch out into his Hippowdon as I'm just going to go for the Rapid Spin, I believe, just to get rid of these Stealth Rocks. I didn't want these Stealth Rocks lingering around. And now I'm going to be able to set up my own Stealth Rocks on the field. And he doesn't have a Rapid Spinner, so that's completely fine for me because, yeah, now it's going to be all fine and dandy for me. So I'm going to switch out and I'm going to bring in my Abomasnow because I figured he'd probably want to go for the Stealth Rock here and I can prevent taking too much damage. So now I'm going to set up a sub as he's actually going to switch into a Scizor and see the entry hazards damage is really starting to rack up, and that's always good for me, you know. So I got a sub up on this Scizor and he's actually going to go for the U-turn, not the Bullet Punch, and that's kind of bad for him because now he's taking even more hazard damage. I mean, look how much this Shaman takes. I guess he was predicting the Leech Seed. I'm not really sure. But anyways, I could stay in an Ice Shard, but I am fearing the HP Fire, so I'm just going to switch out to my Blissey as he is going to go for that HP Fire. And so I'm kind of being a troll right now. I mean, look at Blissey just being a beast. And so I'm going to go for the Seismic Toss. It doesn't take it out, though. That's okay, though, because Seismic Toss next turn and take it out. And for whatever reason, it says 14% because you'll see right here, I go for the Seismic Toss, and it does 25% to a 14%. That's a glitch. Anyways, so I take it out with Seismic Toss. Now, in comes a Terrakion, which is like, no. So here, I'm going to predict him to go straight for the close combat, and I'm going to switch into my Jellicent, and what do you know? So, they're not too big predictions, but I'm forcing this Terrakion to switch out and take extra hazards damage, so it's no big deal. So now he's going to switch into his Hippowdon, and seeing as he really doesn't have any good switch-ins other than, I don't know, D-Knight or something like that, I'm just going to go for the Will-O-Wisp just to burn whatever comes in, and Hippowdon came in. So now I can go for the Scald, and I'm actually going to take it out, which means I have won the Weather War, so no more Sandbox. Alaska all day. So in comes an Alakazam, and I could switch out, but I didn't want my Blissey to take hazards damage to the point where a Scizor could have taken it out, or Alakazam in general, so I just stayed in. A Shadow Ball wouldn't have even KO'd me anyway, so there was nothing to worry about there. So in comes the Terrakion, and I'm going to switch out into my Donphan, but he is actually going to go for the close combat on my Jellicent, technically. That's cool. So, I guess he was predicting me to go for the Ice Shard here, because he's actually going to switch out into his Scizor as I go for the Earthquake and take it out. I don't know what was up with that, but I don't actually run Ice Shard. I have Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, Earthquake, and Roar. He probably, yeah, I revealed my full moveset earlier. He probably should have noticed that. I don't know what he was doing. Anyways, in comes the Terrakion again, and he takes me out to close combat. But now I can send in my Ibanez now, get my Hail back up, and I can pretty much finish off the rest of his team. Well, not really, because a Dragonite can take this Ice Shard since I don't run the attack EVs or anything, because it's Subseed. But he doesn't happen to have the Fire Punch, so I'm actually going to win this match 5-0. So that's a good game, ManureOnUrFace. You might say it's not that close of a match, but with Stall, you can get really high scores. So if you're one of those people that actually cares at all about getting high scores, then do Stall. I don't do it for the scores. I do it because it's anti-metagame. And, okay, not to say that I don't, like, because people have just been getting into arguments all over the place, over the internet, about how, you know, standard is too standard, there's nothing original about it. There is so much you can do. You got Stall Breaker, you got Stall, you got Semi-Stall, you got Bulky Offense, you got Hyper Offense. There's a ton of different playstyles. You got all 4 forms of weather. There's everything. So you can't say there's nothing original about OU when it comes to that. There's just the standard. There's a standard in every tier. You got Volt Turn in OU. You got, I don't know, Ubers has its own thing. UU is Sand most of the time because that's what all the good teams are ranked at the top with Sand. That's annoying, though, because there is no other weather in UU, at least perma weather, so I don't really know. Anyways, so the screen went black a couple minutes ago, 30 seconds ago, and I should probably get some sleep now, so I'll catch you guys later.